Something woke you up last night, didn't it? It wasn't a noise in the street and it wasn't a light in the hallway. It was a feeling, a heavy, sinking sensation in the pit of your stomach that whispered, something is wrong. You've been feeling it for weeks, maybe even months. A subtle shift in the atmosphere around you. The people you used to trust suddenly feel distant. The conversations that used to flow now feel forced, like you are walking through mud. You look at faces you have known for years, and for a split second they look like strangers. You are not paranoid. You are not losing your mind. You are experiencing a divine revelation. The mask is falling. Tonight, before the sun rises again, you are going to understand exactly who and what has been betraying your destiny. But I have to warn you, the answer is not what you think. It's not just about a person plotting against you. It is about a divine eviction notice that you have been ignoring. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. There is a specific reason you clicked on this video right now. It is not an algorithm, it is an assignment. You are standing on the precipice of the greatest transition of your life, and the enemy of your soul knows it. That is why the pressure has intensified. That is why the confusion has set in. But notice this. The confusion isn't about where you are going. The confusion is about who is coming with you. You have been trying to drag old seasons into new dimensions, and the universe is finally saying enough. The betrayal you feel, the rejection that stings, it is actually protection. It is the sound of a bridge burning so you cannot retreat to a place that no longer fits your spirit. Before this video ends, you will have the clarity you have been praying for. You will see the faces of those who were never with you to begin with, but more importantly, you will discover the one person you have been betraying the most. Let's talk about the symptoms, because I know you are feeling them. You are a rational person. You have life experience. You are over 35. You have built a career, a family, a reputation. You don't believe in fairy tales. But lately, logic isn't adding up. Symptom number 1, the sacred insomnia. You are waking up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. consistently. Science tells us this is when the body's melatonin levels shift and the core temperature drops. But spiritually, this is the fourth watch. This is the time when the veil between the physical and the spiritual is thinnest. You aren't waking up because you have a sleep disorder. You are waking up because you are being summoned. There is a strategy being downloaded into your spirit that your conscious mind is too distracted to receive during the day. But here is the catch. When you wake up, you feel anxiety. You worry about bills, about your children, about that tension at work. Listen to me closely. That is not anxiety. That is spiritual labor. You are sensing the weight of the new mantle that is being placed on your shoulders. The enemy tries to translate that power into fear, so you will freeze. But God is waking you up to tell you the plans for your escape. Symptom number 2, the nausea of association. This is a hard one. You are sitting at dinner with friends you have known for a decade. These are good people. You have history. But suddenly you feel drained. You feel like you have to perform a version of yourself that died 3 years ago just to keep the conversation going. You leave these interactions feeling exhausted, heavy, and empty. Why? Because your spirit has relocated before your body has. You are trying to feed a grown spirit with milk meant for an infant. The betrayal here is subtle. It's not that these people are evil. It's that they are anchors to a version of you that no longer exists. They are in love with who you were, not who you are becoming. And subconsciously, they resent your growth because it shines a light on their stagnation. You have been calling it loyalty. Heaven calls it bondage. Before I reveal the third symptom, which is the most dangerous one, I need you to understand the mechanics of what is happening to you. In psychology, we talk about cognitive dissonance, the stress of holding two contradictory beliefs. But spiritually, you are experiencing destiny dissonance. Your current reality and your future promise are at war. The pressure you feel in your finances, the sudden breaking of things in your house, the car trouble, the unexpected bills, this is not bad luck. This is the eagle stirring the nest. If the nest remained comfortable, you would never fly. You would stay a chicken when you were born to be an eagle. The betrayal of your environment is necessary. If your job didn't become unbearable, you would never start that business. If that relationship didn't break your heart, you would never find your self-worth. Now the third symptom, and this is where the mask really starts to slip. It's the Judas kiss. You have someone in your circle, maybe a colleague, a family member, or a close friend, who has been overly supportive lately, too complimentary, asking too many questions about your plans, your ideas, your next move. But your gut, your second brain, tightens every time you speak to them. The vagus nerve, which connects your brain to your gut, is the most ancient warning system in human biology. It reacts to danger milliseconds before your conscious mind perceives it. You have been suppressing that feeling. You have been telling yourself, oh, they are just being nice, or I'm being too judgmental. Stop betraying your intuition. That discomfort is the Holy Spirit flashing a red light. Betrayal never comes from an enemy, it always comes from a friend. That is the definition of betrayal. An enemy cannot betray you because you never trusted them. Jesus knew who Judas was. He knew it at the dinner table. He knew it when he washed his feet. He knew it when he dipped the bread. And yet, he kept him close. Why? Because Judas was not just a traitor. He was a transporter. Judas was the mechanism that moved Jesus from his ministry to his destiny. You are looking for the betrayer to hurt them or expose them. No, you need to identify them so you can thank them. They are handing you your exit papers. I know this is heavy. I know your heart is racing a bit because a face just popped into your mind. Hold that thought. Do not dismiss it. That face appeared for a reason. But before we deal with them, we have to deal with the atmosphere. You are likely feeling a sense of imposter syndrome in your own life. You look around at your house, your city, your daily routine, and it feels like a movie set for a film you didn't write. You feel like an actor who forgot their lines. This is because the grace for this season has lifted. When the grace lifts, the friction begins. Things that used to be easy are now a struggle. Deals that used to close effortlessly now fall apart. This is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of eviction. God is drying up the brook just like he did for Elijah. The brook didn't dry up because Elijah sinned. It dried up because it was time to move to Zarephath. The betrayal of your resources is a sign that your provision is now in a new location. Think about the last week. How many times have you said, I just want to go home, even when you were sitting in your own living room? That is a spiritual homesickness. Your soul is yearning for a place you haven't physically reached yet. And this brings us to the core of the revelation. The mask is falling not just on people, but on your limitations. You have been betraying yourself by playing small to make others comfortable. You have been dimming your light, so you don't blind the people who prefer the darkness. And tonight, you are going to stop. The science of this shift is fascinating. Neuroplasticity teaches us that our brains are constantly rewiring based on our focus and environment. For years, you have wired your brain to survive in a chaotic or limited environment. You became an expert at managing other people's emotions, at fixing crises, at enduring. But now, God is calling you to thrive, not just survive. Your nervous system is freaking out because it doesn't know how to be peaceful. Peace feels boring to a nervous system addicted to cortisol. When the toxic people start to leave your life, you might feel a withdrawal. You might feel an urge to chase them, to fix it, to explain yourself. Do not do it. That is your addiction to chaos speaking. Let them go. Let the silence enter. I want to challenge you right now. Who is the person you complain about the most? Who is the person who makes you doubt your potential? Who is the person who, when you share good news, responds with a cautionary tale or a sarcastic joke? The mask is falling. That is not their personality, that is their spirit. They are assigned to keep you in the boat when you are called to walk on water. The betrayal is that they promise to support you, but they are actually anchoring you. And here is the hard truth. You have allowed it. You have handed them the hammer and the nails. You taught them that it was okay to disrespect you. You taught them that your boundaries were suggestions, not walls. But tonight, the dynamic changes. You're going to discover that the ultimate betrayal was not what they did to you, but what you did to yourself by staying too long. You stayed because you were afraid of being alone. You stayed because you thought you could save them. You stayed because you thought loyalty meant suffering, but loyalty to a toxic situation is treason to your soul. The Lord is saying, I am breaking the chains you are too afraid to touch. That argument that blew up out of nowhere, that was God. That email that got lost, that was God. That rumor they spread about you, that was God. He's making you so uncomfortable that you have no choice but to move. Let me tell you a secret about the wilderness season you feel like you are in. In the ancient texts, the wilderness wasn't just a desert. It was a place where the voice of God was loudest because there were no distractions. You feel lonely? Good. That means the noise is gone. You feel misunderstood. Good. That means you are no longer conforming to the understanding of the world. You are being consecrated. Consecration is a fancy religious word, but it really means set apart. You are being set apart for a specific purpose that requires a specific purity of focus. You cannot carry the baggage of your past relationships into the cockpit of your future. You're about to take off, and the extra weight will crash the plane. The mask is falling on your finances too. You have been stressing about money, thinking the system is broken, but the truth is, your old streams of income are drying up because a river is about to break forth. But you have to stop looking at the dry creek bed. The betrayal of your job security is actually the birth of your destiny. How many times have you had that business idea? How many times have you thought about writing that book, starting that consultancy, teaching that course? You pushed it down because you had a steady paycheck. Well, now the paycheck feels shaky. Why? So you will finally build the ark you were supposed to build 5 years ago. The security was an illusion. The only true security is your obedience to your calling. I want you to take a deep breath. Can you feel that tension in your chest releasing? That is the truth resonating with your spirit. You are not crazy, you are discerning. The people who are walking out of your life right now, do not block the door. Open it for them. Pack their bags. They are not rejecting you, they are being removed. If God didn't remove them, you would have carried them into a season where their weight would have crushed you. They are not bad people. They are just expired people. Their time in your story is up. The credits are rolling on their character arc. Stop trying to write them into the sequel. But here is the twist I promised you. The revelation of the betrayer. Yes, there are people who have lied. Yes, there are Judases. But the person who betrayed you the most was you. You betrayed your own intuition when you said yes, when you wanted to say no. You betrayed your own value when you accepted crumbs of affection and called it a meal. You betrayed your own destiny when you stayed in rooms where you had to shrink to fit in. Tonight, you must forgive yourself. You did the best you could with the trauma you had. You were operating out of a survival script, but that script is burning. The mask you wore to please others is falling. This is your deployment. You are not just relocating, you are being deployed to a new territory of influence. And this new territory requires a new you. A you that doesn't apologize for your power. A you that doesn't ask permission to exist. A you that trusts the vibration of your own spirit more than the opinions of the crowd. The isolation you feel is the incubator. You are in the dark, yes, but it is not the darkness of the tomb. It is the darkness of the womb. You are being knit together for a comeback that will shock the people who thought they buried you. Listen to me. The next 72 hours are critical. You are going to see things. You will overhear a conversation, find a text message, or just have a sudden flash of knowing. Do not ignore it. The mask is falling completely. When you see who they really are, believe them the first time. Do not make excuses for them. Do not rationalize it. Accept the data. This is God clearing the construction site. You cannot build a skyscraper on a cracked foundation. He is removing the rubble. There is a prophetic wind blowing over your life right now. I can feel it as I speak these words. It is a wind of acceleration. Things that used to take 10 years will happen in 10 months. But this acceleration requires agility. You cannot be agile if you are holding on to the grudges of the past. Forgiveness is not about letting them off the hook. It is about taking the knife out of your own heart. Release them. Let the betrayer go. They have played their part. They pushed you closer to God. They pushed you to your knees, which is exactly the posture you needed to be in to receive the download for the next level. The odd hours you're waking up, use them. Tonight, when you wake up at 3:14 a.m., do not grab your phone. Do not check social media. Sit up in the dark and ask this one question. Lord, what are you trying to show me? And then listen. The silence will speak. Ideas will come. Names will fade. A peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart. This is the strategy session with the divine. You are a general in the spirit, and generals do not sleep like civilians when the war is shifting. You might be thinking, but I am tired. I don't have the strength to start over. You are not starting over. You are starting from experience. You are not empty, you are cleared out. There is a difference. Empty implies lack. Cleared out implies preparation for capacity. You are being hollowed out so you can be filled with something greater. The sorrow you feel is the space being created for joy. The confusion is the dust kicking up before the clarity settles. I want you to look at your life right now as a house. You have been living in a house with the curtains drawn, afraid of what is outside. Tonight, Jesus is walking through that house and ripping the curtains down. The light is blinding at first. It exposes the dust. It exposes the cracks. It exposes the people hiding in the corners. It is uncomfortable. It is scary, but it is the only way you get free. The truth shall set you free, but first it will make you miserable. You are in the miserable part, but the freedom is coming in the morning. We are building a community here of people who are awake, people who refuse to sleepwalk through their lives anymore. If you are still watching, it means you are one of the remnant. You are the black sheep who was actually the scapegoat, who was actually the pioneer. The black sheep is the only one who produces the rare wool. Your difference is your currency. Stop trying to blend in with the white sheep. You were born to stand out. As we close this session, I want to give you a challenge, a micro step of obedience. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to write down 3 things you are leaving behind. Not people, things, attitudes, habits, beliefs. Write down, I am leaving behind the need for approval. I am leaving behind the fear of scarcity. I am leaving behind the guilt of outgrowing people. You burn that paper or tear it up. It is a prophetic act. Your brain needs to see the physical destruction of the old agreement. And then I want you to declare your readiness. In the comments below, I want you to type a decree, not a wish, a decree. Type, I am ready for the reveal. By typing this, you are signing your name on the new contract. You are telling the algorithm of the universe that you are open for business. You are telling the spiritual realm that you are no longer a victim of betrayal, but a victor of transition. Do not fear the night. The night is where the stars shine. The darker it gets, the brighter your calling becomes. The mask is falling. The players are being revealed. The stage is being set, and you are about to walk center stage for the performance of a lifetime. The betrayal was just the opening act. The real story begins now. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit attuned. And remember, when you see the true face of those around you, do not be angry. Just nod, smile, and keep walking toward your destiny. Your future is too expensive to afford cheap company. You are being elevated. The elevator is going up and the capacity is limited. Some people have to get off so you can rise. Let the doors close. Press that like button if you felt this message in your spirit. It helps this truth reach others who are lost in the confusion. Subscribe to the channel because the next video is going to give you the practical tools to build in this new land. We are just getting started. The mask is off. Now the work begins. Go in peace, but go with eyes wide open. Your time is now. However, realize that now is not just a moment on a clock. It is a convergence of timelines. You are standing at the precipice of what quantum physicists call a phase transition. Think of water turning into steam. At 201 degrees, water is hot, active, turbulent. It is doing everything it can to change, but it is still just hot water. It takes that one extra degree, that shift to 212 degrees, to transform the substance entirely from liquid to gas, expanding its volume by 1,600 times. You are at 201 degrees. The turbulence you feel, the heat, the pressure, the betrayal, it is all just the energy accumulating for that final degree of shift. Most people pull back at 211 degrees because the heat becomes unbearable. They pray for the fire to stop, not realizing the fire is the very thing converting them into a new state of matter. Do not ask for the fire to cease. Ask for the endurance to withstand the transformation into steam. You are about to expand. You are about to occupy rooms you previously could not even enter. But there is a trap you must avoid in this specific phase, and this is where science meets the prophetic. It is called cognitive dissonance. As you evolve, your old identity, the version of you that accepted the bare minimum, the version that apologized for taking up space, begins to die. But the brain, specifically the primitive amygdala, interprets this death of the ego as actual physical death. It panics. It sends cortisol flooding through your system. This is why you feel anxiety even when things are going well. This is why right after a major breakthrough or a moment of clarity, you suddenly feel an overwhelming urge to self-sabotage or retreat to the familiar comfort of your old misery. It is a biological safety mechanism gone wrong. Your body is addicted to the chemicals of your past emotions. If you have been betrayed and hurt for 20 years, your cells have receptor sites that crave the neuropeptides of victimhood. When you start stepping into your power, your body literally goes into withdrawal. You might feel physically ill, exhausted, or irrationally angry. This is not a sign you are on the wrong path. It is the definitive biological proof that you are breaking the addiction to your old self. You must treat yourself like a patient in detox. Be gentle, but be firm. When the old thoughts come, thoughts like, maybe I was wrong, maybe I should call them back, maybe I'm just being dramatic, recognize them for what they are. The withdrawal symptoms of a dying identity. Do not feed the addiction, starve it. This is the war of the mind the scriptures talk about. Bringing every thought into captivity is not just a spiritual metaphor. It is a neurological necessity. You are literally pruning old neural pathways and paving new highways in your brain. This takes immense metabolic energy. That is why you are so tired. That is why you need more sleep. Your brain is undergoing a major construction project. Do not apologize for your rest. You are not being lazy. You are downloading the firmware for the new operating system. Let's go deeper into the interpersonal dynamics, because this is where the pain is most acute. You need to understand the concept of vibrational mismatch. Everything in this universe is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. When you were asleep, you vibrated at the same frequency as the people around you, the gossipers, the doubters, the ones comfortable in stagnation. You were in resonance. It felt easy. But as you woke up, your frequency began to rise. You started valuing truth over comfort, growth over safety. Following the laws of physics, when two frequencies become dissonant, two things happen. Either the lower frequency rises to meet the higher one, or they repel each other violently. This is why the betrayal happened. It wasn't personal, it was physics. They literally could not hold space for your new vibration. Your presence became an irritation to their demons. The light in you agitated the darkness in them without you saying a word. Have you noticed that? You walk into a room, say nothing, and people get edgy. They start projecting their insecurities onto you. They accuse you of being arrogant or changed or acting brand new. They are correct. You are brand new. And your newness is a mirror reflecting their stagnation. They don't hate you. They hate the reflection of themselves they see when they look at you. Stop trying to dim your light to make their reflection more flattering. It is not your job to manage their insecurities. It is your job to manage your destiny. Before I reveal the next crucial step, I want you to check your heart. Is there bitterness? Bitterness is a heavy anchor. You cannot sail to new horizons with the anchor of resentment still hooked to the rocky bottom of your past. You must cut the line. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was okay. It is not about reconciliation. You can forgive someone and never speak to them again. Forgiveness is simply taking your hands off their throat so you can use your hands to open the door to your future. As long as you are choking them with your hatred, you are tethered to them. You are keeping the soul tie alive. Release them to the judgment of the universe. The law of sowing and reaping is precise. You do not need to be the karma police. Step back and let the laws of the universe handle the paperwork. Your hands are needed for building, not for vengeance. Now listen closely, because the next revelation is dangerous if you are not ready. As you enter this new season, you will experience a phenomenon known as the vacuum law of prosperity. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you clear out the clutter, the toxic friends, the bad habits, the limiting beliefs, you create a massive empty space in your life. This void can feel terrifying. It feels like loneliness. It feels like lack. But in the spiritual realm, a vacuum is a demand placed upon the universe to be filled. You have created capacity. The reason you haven't received the abundance you asked for is that there was no room for it to land. Your life was too full of good enough. You were holding on to the good, which prevented you from grasping the best. Now that your hands are empty, you are finally eligible for the upgrade. But here is the test. What will you fill the vacuum with? If you panic, you will fill it with the same junk you just threw out, just with different names. You will find a new partner who treats you exactly like the old one. You will find a new job that exploits you just like the last one. Why? Because you didn't upgrade your standard. You must hold the empty space open until the right thing comes. This is the patience of the saints. It is the ability to sit in the hallway between two doors, one closed, one not yet open, and trust that you are not homeless, you are just in transit. During this transit period, pay attention to the coincidences. The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung called this synchronicity. It is when the external world begins to mirror your internal state. You will start seeing repeating numbers: 1111, 222, 444. Do not dismiss these. They are markers. They are the universe winking at you, confirming that you are in alignment. You will hear a song that answers a question you just thought in your head. You will run into a stranger who says the exact phrase you needed to hear. These are breadcrumbs. Follow them. The logic of the world will tell you it's random. The spirit knows it is orchestration. You are being guided. The GPS has been reset, and the satellite connection is strong. I want to address the financial aspect of this shift, because spirituality and economy are linked. When your spirit expands, your economy must eventually follow suit. But often, right before the financial breakthrough, everything dries up. The stream runs dry, the deals fall through, the car breaks down. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.